Hey gang, my name is Kurn and this is my guild spotlight. This is episode 32 and today's guild in the spotlight is IQ. They are an alliance guild on the US Proudmoore server and you can find them at iqguild.engine.com. That's iqguild.enjin.com, and I just hope by this point you know when I'm talking about web hosting and WoW that you know that when I say engine it's spelled ENJIN. Of course, you can always just click on the link in the description below to transport yourself magically to the guild website in question. So who is IQ? Well, IQ's info comes to me from an old friend of mine who I raided with part-time throughout Cataclysm and full-time towards the end of Wrath. It comes to me from Wu Shen, a Mistweaver monk, who I know better as Fugara, a kick-ass resto shaman. Wu Shen is now a member of IQ after having stepped down as the guild master of choice, and she's currently in one of their 10-man raiding teams. So let's talk a little bit about IQ. It's a 10-man raiding guild, but they have two groups, a weekday group and a weekend group, which I think is really interesting. The logistics of setting up two groups in the same guild is kind of difficult at times, but they've really separated them through weekend and weekday. So if your schedule isn't good during the week, fine, they've got a weekend group. If your weekends are booked, no problem, they've got a weekday group. So it works out nicely for everyone. The weekend group is 4 of 13 hard modes. The weekday group is 3 of 13. All teams have killed Jinrock, Horden, and Jikun. And then the weekend group, just this past weekend, just got Iron Khan down, so grats to you. They really need skilled players who are loyal and can help fill out the rosters. It's summertime, people are going on vacation, people are flaking out, people are like, ugh, who wants to play? And they really want someone to join their team and go forth and kick hard mode ass, basically. So let's take a look at their raid times. If you want the weekday group, that's 5 to 8 p.m. Pacific time, which is server time, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that's 8 to 11 Eastern. And the weekend group is 3 to 7 Pacific on Saturday and Sunday. So you've got 9 hours a week on the weekday group or 8 hours a week on the weekend group. And so it's 3 to 7 p.m. Pacific on the weekend, which is 6 to 10 p.m. Eastern. So there you go for the raid times. What are they looking for? Now, I don't know what matches up with what group, but I'm sure if you contact the officers or whoever at IQ, you'll find that out. But they are looking for a holy paladin, a healing priest, a shadow priest, a resto shaman, like everybody is looking for a resto shaman, that's not a surprise, an elemental shaman, a mage, a hunter, a warlock, something else everyone's always looking for, and skilled and loyal players. Really, they just really want people to be reliable. I mean, if you're gonna sign up for a raid, dear God, man, go to the raid. That's pretty much what people are looking for right now, and IQ is no exception. I already focused on Proudmoore a little bit a few episodes ago when I covered Ruined of Proudmoore, but let's take a little look at them again, see how things have changed, because they have changed. They are a PvE PST server, which obviously is not going to change. They have gained about 3,000 more characters. There's about 156,000 characters now in Proudmoore, and 113,000 of them are Alliance, and that's where the majority of the growth was, and about 42,000 of them are Horde. Like I said last time, there's a huge Aussie population, so the server's always active. There are no peak hours, there are no down hours. Things are happening round the clock on Proudmoore. Good luck doing Noble Garden, that's all I gotta say. Now, as opposed to previously, there are 79 guilds on Proudmoore that are at least one of 13 hard modes. That's an additional 13 guilds. This is a thriving raiding server. It always has been, probably always will be, and of course, it is hugely dominated by the Alliance. For the Alliance! Alright, I'll stop being biased now. So IQ is comprised of two 10-man raid teams, one on the weekdays, one on the weekends. They're seeking skilled, loyal players who, want to progress, who want to raid, who want to be a part of a team. In terms of healers, they're looking for pallies, priests, and shaman. In terms of DPS, elemental shaman, mage, hunter, or warlock. Obviously a warlock, obviously a resto shaman. These are things that every guild, I think, is looking for, at least one of the two. So you can find IQ over at iqguild.engine.com. That's iqguild.enjin.com. And you can always, of course, just click on the link in the description below. That'll do it for today's episode of Kurn's Guild Spotlight. You can follow me on Twitter at kurnmogh, that's at KURNMOGH. You can check out my blog at kern.apotheosis-now.com and check out my forthcoming guide site, all chock full of great guild-related information at kern.info. Thanks so much for watching, and we will catch you back here tomorrow for yet another episode of Kurn's Guild Spotlight.